Hey guys, it's Lefty from 643 Productions welcoming you to another gameplay commentary, and in today's video we're going to be talking a little bit about the fallout from iFlyILLINI's video calling out Raw Instinct and the possibly unethical, immoral, and shady business practices Raw Instinct employs. So get ready to hit that like button. Remember, likes, favorites, comments, and shares via Facebook and Twitter do help me out, and this video starts right now. YouTuber iFlyILLINI put out a video the other day calling out Raw Instinct, and it is quickly going viral within this community, calling out Raw Instinct for questionably shady, unethical, and immoral business practices within this YouTube commentating Call of Duty business or video business realm, that whole thing that we got going on here. And yes, it is a business. I can talk for hours on end about that. This is a business nowadays. Get over it, get used to it, shut the fuck up about, oh my god, I remember the days when, everybody did this for fun and it was about the love and kiss my ass. It's a business. People make money from it, and the community and the videos are, believe me, much better off for it. But iFlyILLINI, who I'm assuming is I believe is a member of the Air Force. I think he's in ROTC at the University of Illinois, my alma mater, and he is in the Air Force. I believe he's a second lieutenant, something like that, and he just does YouTube as a side business. I will link the video in question in the description. Go ahead and open it up once you're done liking, possibly favoriting, and commenting. Open up the description down there. You will find a link to iFlyILLINI's video. But he prefaces his video about calling out Raw Instinct, but he prefaces it by saying, oh, well, I'm a second lieutenant in the Air Force, yada, 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 blah, 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 bullshit. Basically saying, this is just a hobby for me. And I have a problem with that in and of itself. And I will save that, I guess, for the criticisms of iFlyILLINI's video. I'll save that towards the end. But here's the thing about the meat and potatoes of the video. Basically calling out Raw Instinct for shady practices. Copycatting is a very, very light way to put what Raw Instinct is accused of doing. And I believe it's something he has done. I believe in my heart of hearts that, and not that anybody really cares what I believe in my heart of hearts, but I believe because again, here's the thing. And I know I'm a bit scatterbrained about this, but that's how I think, that's how my brain works. Get used to it. And hopefully you'll love me and revere me for that. Here's the thing. Raw Instinct never stole something, if that makes any sense. He never actually stole something, because to steal something implies that he took something that somebody else has ownership of that he has no legitimate claim to. That he took something from somebody else that he would not otherwise have had or have owned or have heard about or anything like that. And even then, he also has to not have a legitimate claim to whatever he is accused of taking. And I do not believe that you can do that with Call of Duty ideas. I don't believe you can do that with tips and tricks about Call of Duty, right? Because the first guy to say, hey, you know what, the PP90 with rapid fire, extended mags, and steady aim is pretty goddamn good. The first guy to say that doesn't have exclusive rights to that idea, right? He doesn't. Because then everybody else would not be able to use PP90, rapid fire, and extended mags. It makes perfect sense. If we extend out the logic of, oh, I did this video about this tip and somebody else did it later, therefore they do not have, I did it first, therefore they do not have a legitimate claim to that idea or to that video, then there's the first person to come up with anything completely precludes anybody else from ever talking about it, doing it, or possibly even thinking about it. And so I find that logic a little bit flawed. However, I still do believe that, and I think the evidence bears out, even though Raw Instinct never actually stole, he never actually stole something, he did not commit copyright violations, it's clear that he was an also-ran, and he was going to other people, he was taking leads from other people, and not really playing the game, right? He's not playing the game. He's not going to T Martin and say, hey, you know what? T Martin, I don't know if he knows T Martin. I don't know. I'm a YouTube dumbass. I don't really know. But I'm assuming that they might have known each other or talked. He didn't go be like, hey man, T Martin's my guy. I get a lot of my leads from him. We talk a lot and we exchange ideas. Again, I don't know if this is the case, but he refused to play the game. He didn't go to iFlyILLINI and be like, hey man, this is my guy iFlyILLINI. He's giving me these video ideas, etc., etc., etc. Go check him out. Link in the description. Didn't play the game. And he was just taking. He was eccentric. He was an individualistic YouTuber about mine. Nobody else is mine. I am not liking anybody else's videos except my own, because that means people are going to be going to other videos that aren't my own, etc., etc., etc. It's bad. And I disagree with that philosophy and that approach to YouTube in general. But also, when you are clearly going to other people for ideas that you would not otherwise have. Again, he's not stealing them, but it's clear he doesn't have, he's going to other people for content ideas, and he's not giving them credit. He doesn't necessarily have to give them credit. It's not a rule. It's not a law. I mean, I can't really look down on him specifically for not giving them credit, but it's one of those things, It's like, come on, dude. It's like that ESPN said, come on, man. That's one of the things. That's exactly how this is. No, he does not have to give credit, because no, they do not have the sole claim on those ideas and those features, those tips, those tricks, those spots, those whatever. But still, there's kind of a sense of camaraderie that I think binds us all in this YouTube game, and just even a sense of fair play. I think that should drive somebody to be like, yes, they don't have a legitimate claim to it, but I don't think I would have gotten this idea were it not for them, so, I'm going to give them credit where I can or help them out where I can. And so that, I think, is where Raw Instinct has gone awry. It is not in the strictest sense amoral, what he has done. It is a little bit unethical, again, it number one depends on how you define ethics and thus unethical. And you also have to understand that, even though Raw Instinct, people are talking about Raw Instinct right now, there's a lot of people that do this kind of thing in YouTube. There's a lot of shady and unethical shit that's going on behind the curtains in this YouTube game, and you're just hearing about Raw Instinct because this guy iFlyILLINI doesn't seem to give a shit, right? He doesn't give a shit. I don't know. Maybe, and even then, that's one of the shady things. A lot of the times, people that do these kinds of call out videos, they're not doing it because they don't give a shit and because they just want to live in this utopic world where everything is wonderful and everybody's friends and all that stuff. They're doing it because they know it's going to get them views and they know it's going to get them popular. Now, I can't say that about iFlyILLINI. I have no idea. I've never spoken a single word to the guy, so I can't tell you one way or the other. But that is just a glimpse. There's a lot of shady shit going on in YouTube, and just because you're hearing it about Raw Instinct doesn't mean Raw Instinct is the only guy doing it. So, on that note, yes, Raw Instinct, shady, possibly unethical. Just, if you're going to get big on YouTube and you want to play the game, you're going to have to play the game. Okay? Play the game. Give credit. Give likes. Give people shout-outs and stuff like that. If you're going to be clearly taking leads from other people when it comes to content, you got to play the game, bro. That's the way it works. So for any of you out there, if you ever get the 150, 250,000 subscriber mark plus, remember that. Remember Lefty said this, and come back and like and favorite my videos and give me shout-outs and stuff. And now, just real quick before we wrap up the video, the gameplay is coming to an end here. This is not a sweeping recommendation or acclamation or accolades for everything that iFlyILLINI said, because there were a lot of things that I thought it was clear iFlyILLINI, he had a point and he was going to twist. He had a point, which was, he had an overreaching point, which was Raw Instinct is a piece of shit, and he was going to twist anything and everything he could to make it seem that way. So his spiel about Raw Instinct's misleading titles about what's the best SMG, stuff like that is not misleading. Stop that. It's not categorically misleading. It is not categorically trying to fool people into clicking on a video that they wouldn't otherwise click on because it would be of no interest to them. And what's more, that's the whole point of titles. Okay, I have to, people that are like, oh man, Raw misleading title, shit like that. Really? You're going to be... people don't understand the point of titles. What's the first thing they teach you in creative writing when you are going to be titling something, titling an essay, titling a piece? Not only is it supposed to be descriptive, it's also supposed to be attention-grabbing. That is the point. That is what sells. That is what works in this business. So I do not agree with everything that iFlyILLINI said, and indeed I think that some of what he said was just concocted and twisted to try to fit his overall point, which I do happen to agree with, but I don't agree with some of the vehicles he used to get there, a la the, oh my god, he's misleading titles and asking for likes and favorites. That's the business. That's the way things work. That is, those are perfectly acceptable practices. Again, the copying content and the taking leads and not playing the game, again, unethical, and you can look down on him for that. But the whole thing about, oh man, misleading titles, all that crap, no. Those are perfectly acceptable, and clearly just an attempt by iFlyILLINI himself to twist things and to grab at anything he can to twist it and mold it to fit his overall point. But anyway, guys, that's my time. I got to get out of here. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry I rambled on for this long. Be sure to leave a like, a rating, comment, and possibly a share via Facebook and or Twitter. Be sure to also hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out.